Metal Slug.
Do not be deceived with these guys. What do you mean? Ironjawz? Ahem. Slaves of the Darkness were on hype. Yeah, S tier, top of S tier hype, maximum hype. Although I have to correct you, it's STD, not S2D. They swapped Korn and IJ in Spirit, did they? He said it, STD. That's what it is. That's the name, yeah. Using S and then the number 2D is like being from a family where suck is a swear that you're not allowed to say. It's hella lame. I'm sorry I called you out. I guess I don't mean anything by it, but it's weird. Kevin with a C. Alright, Ironjawz battle traits. Hold on. Did the battle traits get chopped in half by someone's sword? Where's the rest of them? Oh no. Should I be reading this under different parameters? I thought Ogres was bad where they couldn't fill up the whole thing. Alright, anyway. Ironjawz battle traits. Once per turn, army any hero phase. Pick friendly Ironjawz unit that was not set up this turn to be the target. Can move up to 3. It can move into combat. If it was in combat at the start of the move, it must end in combat. Okay. So you get the same thing as Korn. We get the same thing as Korn here. Man, I'm remembering all of history, right? I'm remembering the D6 full army destruction move of 1st edition. The entire move of 2nd edition. Sometimes if you were within 12, you had the charge or whatever. And the sometimes 3 units, sometimes 1 unit, but still like a move and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay. We're down to 3. We're down to what Korn has. I mean, it's each, right? But alright, yeah. Hero phase, it costs nothing, you just do it. Didn't cost anything before, and it just worked before, but that's fine. It's very... Look, you got guys that have 4-inch move in your army. I guess you got to give them something. It was a command point last edition, true. Which was a nerf from the edition before that where it wasn't, but, you know, whatever. Different edition, different stuff, right? Once per battle, Wah. Wait, where's Smashing and Bashing is gone? Is this what you guys were waiting? Like, don't tell him they took Smashing and Bashing? That's like their most iconic army ability. Damn, that's sad. Trust the plan. Alright, well, pour one out for Smashing and Bashing, one of the coolest rules they ever made. That has been an iconic Ironjawz thing forever. It's weird that they would remove that. Although, what they did to Ogres, I guess they can do anything. Once per battle, your charge phase. Ironjawz Wah. Pick friendly Ironjawz hero to be the target. And note, this is not Daughters of Cain. This is not pick a friendly Ironjawz hero to use this. It's to be the target. It's one and done. Unlike Daughters of Cain, which get basically the same bonus. I mean, not really. This one's AoE. Wholly within 18, which is basically the whole table. I would have just made it the whole table. Why waste time? Just make it the whole table, it's a problem. 1 to charge rolls, 1 for attacks characteristic. It's good. It's once per game, but it's good. Yeah, Mighty Destroyer's tiny. Once per game Wah is good. Alright. Missing a bit. Battle formations. Ironjawz Brawl. It was the whole table before. Yeah, should have stayed that way. Natural Disaster. If you make an unmodified charge roll of 8 up for a friendly non-hero... ew. Unmodified, if you roll randomly on the bingo card, get +1 attacks characteristic for units melee weapons for this turn. Alright, I guess we pull the slot machine. Non-hero Ironjawz unit +1 attacks. I mean, +1 attacks is a really good buff. But the average charge roll doesn't get it, right? Just, oh boy, I love pushing the slot machine. I don't know. For a certain type of destruction player, they'll like that, I guess. Maybe we'll look at what the other sub-factions are gonna do. Why non-hero? Was getting this on a cabbage going to break things? No. Doesn't move the needle that much, especially because it wouldn't work on companion, I don't think. And companion has the good attacks, probably. I guess this is the sub-faction that you take if you play with Kragnos somehow in IJ, if you actually want to do that. Because then an 8-up is mostly probable, right? Does an extra dice on the charge count as modified? Obviously yes, but rules-wise no. Clearly yes, but rules-wise no, not modified. So it counts for the thing. It counts for fun, which is the good part. So alright, you want to play with Kragnos. You take natural disasters. They're joined by the Grunta Stampede, a cavalry force that picks up more speed as it tramples enemies. Picks up more speed. Sounds like a janky mechanic. The Iron Fist, who inspire each other to greater acts of carnage. I don't know what that means. And the Weird Fist, who call upon the Wah. Supernatural protection. I wonder what that is. Durability buff? Spell thing, maybe? Iron Fist sounds like Mighty Destroyers, who inspire each other to greater acts of carnage. This could mean anything. The amount of hopium you are connected to an industrial hopium canister. If you think this sounds like Mighty Destroyers. Now, I hope you're right, because I think it's a terrible shame for Ironjawz to lose their single most iconic ability they've had forever. So I hope you're correct. Basham Lads, 6. Unlimited. Pick friendly Ironjawz Wizard, pick friendly Ironjawz unit holy than 12. Targets melee weapons have crit 2 hits. Oh, sweet. Yeah, unlimited crit 2 hits on everybody. Sure, fun. That's fun. Fun unlimited spell. Great. Unit focus. Gordrakk, the Fist of Gork. He's never been good. Ever. There hasn't been a single point when this guy was good, or even close to it. Could it be? He got his 3-up save. He has acquired his 3-up save. 3-up save get. Why was he 4? 10-inch move, wicked slow. The base size this guy's on is like a hubcap. Like it's the biggest circle they make. It's so massive. 10 inches, even with flying, is rough with this fucking base. Dude, the base is almost 10 inches. You gotta. He basically plays roll like a leapfrog, kind of. He flips over like a pog, right? And so that means just terrain places, you know, creatures. He can hardly move. There's almost nowhere to put him. Tactical rolls. 20 health, 3-up save is massive. He's big. Yeah, he used to be 12, and that was a big problem. And he's now slower. Because they went through the whole game, and they reduced the speed of units from Grand Alliance Destruction. No other... Everybody else is fine. You're good. Sometimes even increased. But Destruction needs to be slower. I agree. Big Thief's Roar. 8 inches, 62301. Trash. Smashing and Cunning. 8 attacks, 3s and 2s, 1-2. It's alright. A lot of attacks. Anti-hero plus 1 rend. Big Thief's Fist and Tail. 8 4s and 2s, 1-3. Anti-monster, but it's companion. So no fun allowed, but it's a good weapon. Even if it does hit on 4s. Monster Grapple. Pick an enemy monster in combat with this unit. Okay, Silver Bullet. For its Rampage. 3-up, pick one of the target's weapons. You must pick a companion weapon, if possible, HAL of the attack characteristic. Yeah, that'll fuck up a monster. Yep, that'll make most monsters in the game bad in that combat. So it's a decent Silver Bullet if what you want to do is take very little damage from that monster and then kill it. So alright. Once per battle reaction, you declared a WA ability. Add 1 to hit rolls. Oh, sure, okay. So it's just a super WA. When you use WA, you get +1 to hit and +1 to charge and +1 to attack. So it just becomes a super WA. Cool. No ward, but with 20 health and 3-up save, I wasn't expecting to see a ward. Strength from Victory. If any damage points were allocated to enemy unit by this unit's combat attacks this turn and the enemy unit has been destroyed, give this unit a WA token to a max of 3. Oh, it should be pointed out that endless spells and terrain are not units, right? So it doesn't count for this. Until the end of the next turn, add 1 to the attack characteristic of this unit's weapons for each WA token it has. Hold on. This is the most confusingly written ability. Why does it only last until the end of your next turn? Why isn't this just a passive ability? Like, the passive ability is, you get +1 attacks for each WA token you have. And then a different one that says whenever you kill something, you get a WA token. Why don't they just do it that way? I guess so it can update. You could update it with a passive, too. The passive could be you get +1 attacks for each WA token you have, right? If he doesn't do damage on a turn, he doesn't get the bonus. He doesn't lose them, I don't think. If any damage points were allocated to an enemy unit by this unit's combat this turn, and the enemy unit has been destroyed, give him a WA token. Until end of the next turn, add 1. For each it has. So if you don't do any damage, you don't get any of the bonus of the WA tokens. Even if you have them? Wait, no, that's not correct. This is an effect. So there's no declare. Because this whole ass thing is an effect, I think you always get the bottom paragraph of it. It just refreshes at every end of turn, like a Diablo 4 buff on your little character guide. It just keeps refreshing forever. It's basically a passive, but it's not a passive. It could have been written as a passive, and it would have probably been more readable. But it still works. Yeah, you could consider this bottom thing to almost be a passive, but not really. Weird. They chose a confusing way to write this, but I think I get what they were doing with it. So what do we got for Gordrakk? He's huge and hard to kill, fucking slow in a very annoying way. My condolences. He's got some shit barf attacks or whatever. He fucks people up in combat. He has Giga Wah. Monster Grapple is a good silver bullet, but it is a silver bullet. I don't think I want to... Yeah, no, probably not. Yeah, I don't mean to call my shot, because we don't know a lot, right? But based on everything I've seen so far, I'm still taking whatever the default cabbage is 10 times out of 10 instead of Gordrakk. Unless somebody has a really convincing argument for it. He's definitely improved, but for what I imagine he's going to cost, and the fact that you can't give him any enhancements. Nah. Like, he's so slow. Warchanter. 6 attacks, 4s and 3s, nil D3, whatever. As if getting him in the combat. Lol. If any enemy models are slain by this unit this turn, give this unit D3 ritual points. Why would you do that? Oh, he's a priest. Okay. Yeah, he's a priest one. He's finally a priest. We can give him prayers. They think he's gonna be in combat and kill someone. I mean, maybe what your job is to run Warchanter straight towards their chaff line and just have him kill... Let's see, 4s and 3s. 4 up to hit is 6 attacks, 3 hit. Being generous, 2 wound. 1 save is passed, deal 2 damage, kill 1 guy. So it could happen. It could happen that he generates ritual points by killing some 5-up save chaff thing. He's a 4-up save, I guess. So it's possible he isn't killed by the chaff. Yeah, I mean, he's a priest. You take him because he's a priest. If you have the opportunity to maybe steal some ritual points in a way that won't get him killed, try it. But in general, I think he's just a priest. Kill a beat. +1 dam. Let's go. You kept it. Works on a 4-up, exactly. Flipping coins to double our damage. Kind of sad. I wish they would have gotten rid of kill a beat and just up the damage on profiles, probably. Because it's so weird flipping a coin to double the damage of your whole army, you know? If the chanting roll was 8, you can pick 2 LFGs instead of 1. Awesome. I mean, it's a great buff, obviously. Bruettes. Oh, we're damaged too. They did both. They did both. Both. Put an L in there. Infantry champion. No special guys, huh? Unit of 5. 3-up save, 3 health. Gordrakk and brute weapons. The Gordrakk is great. The brute weapons are, well, 4s. The Gordrakk is very good. The brute weapons are pretty good. Infantry +1. 3 attacks on models, pretty nice. You messin', enemy models with health characters of 1 or 2 cannot contest. This ability just got a lot better this edition. This ability, which they stole to give to everyone in the game, kind of, with the way control works. They stole this. I'm used to saying that they steal ogre rules and gave them to everyone, but here's one where they took it from orcs and gave it to everyone. Also smashing and bashing and gave it to elves. And some corn and a bunch of other people. Anyway, picture the reason Ironjawz aren't F tier hype. The burglar. Thanks a lot. So brutes are amazing. I need the Ironjawz players here today to convince me that I'm wrong. Because I look at you messing, that's great. Their attacks, pretty good, especially with buffs. 3-up save is great. 3 health. 4-inch move, into the trash they go. Like, probably just don't use them. Take pigs instead or something. Take any cavalry instead. I'm looking at a unit with a 4-up move, and then the rest of the units in the whole army with move of like 10. And unless those units do like literal 0, I'm just always going to pick those. Like, you can't be this slow in this game after they just nerfed your hero phase movement. Like, maybe a unit that runs every single turn and chills on an objective in the home base or something. I don't know. Trust in the 3d6 charge that they don't have. Did they get that? Am I about to scroll down and see that? Because next up is Maw-Grunta, and then... Oh, no. Oh, yeah, they don't have a spearhead. I forgot. Yeah, they don't have a spearhead. They'll get one. It's fine. Redeploy is no longer restricted, so you can move them d6 plus 3 in the opponent's turn. Yeah, but you can do that to a fast unit. And now it's really fast and really good, right? You can... Things that are available to everyone can go on stuff that's good, you know? Why are orcs 4-inch move, though? You don't get it? Because they used to be. That's it. That's the reason. Because they used to be. Anyway, brutes are actually exciting and cool and fun. 3 health is great. 3-up save is a big improvement. Damage 2, awesome. Like, you messin' is great. Crawling on hands and knees through the sewer system at 4 inches. I don't know if I can justify that. Even though everything else about them is so great. I hope that I'm wrong, because I want people to play with these, and I want maybe an Ironjawz player is just like, bro, just take 1 unit, it's fine. And maybe, I don't know. When we had a full move in the hero phase for 2 or 3 units, 4 inches wasn't horrible. Yeah, that's right. That's why 4 inches was okay. Because you could full double move 2 or 3 guys or entire army d6. Anyway, Maw-Grunta. 10 move, 12 health, 3-up save. Oof. 5 control. Monstar. This is the with hack and crew version. Choppas. 4, 4, and 3, 1, 2. 4, 4, and 3, 1, 1. 5, 4, and 2, 2, 2. 4, 5, and 2, OD3. It's just a shitload of attacks. Just a bunch of attacks of various types that all suck at hitting. Unstoppable momentum. This was the rule that sucked before. That wasn't fun. Each time this unit uses a charge ability, it gains a momentum point. Each time it uses run, it gains 2. It can have a max of 3 at once. No fun allowed. Stop doing combos. Add the number of the momentum points this unit has to the damage characteristic of its Maw-Grunta tusks. Oh. You've chosen fun. That's why you limited it. Because if you didn't limit it, you would have too much fun down here, and you would OF. You would like over fun, and they'd have to call poison control. At the end of each Battletron, subtract 1 from... Well, at least it doesn't reset to 0, I guess. So what do? You don't run, because you can't run and charge. Each time you use a charge, so when you charge, you get 1. And then the damage on the tusks are 3. That's already good. Redeploys a run? Yeah, but you can't do it on your turn. I'm trying to think of, like, on my average turn, how much momentum am I getting? And it seems like 1. I guess what's this? Your movement phase. Once per turn. Core move rampage. It's also a rampage, huh? If this unit is in combat, it can move a distance up to its move. Oh, if it's in combat, it can pass through models in the combat ranges of enemy units, but it cannot end it in combat. So you essentially carve a path. And this is in movement phase, before charge. So if you're in combat, you move out of combat. And then you overwhelming charge over them, essentially. And then you gain 2 momentum. And then you charge, you have 3 momentum, and now this is 5 damage tusks. So, on turn 1, you move him and then charge him, and he has momentum 1. Then, if you happen to be still in combat when it rolls around to your turn, you can carve a path and then charge and be at 3. If it's the opponent's turn, you can redeploy, which is a run, which is 2. And then charge, maybe, and that's 3, but there's a lot of command points. But you could do it. Ahem. How gross is that with crit 2 hit and WoW? It's pretty nice. Yeah, okay, I read this whole thing, and I'm like, brutes. Like, who? Because, like, pigs are probably going to be pretty decent, too. Why am I putting 4-inch move Fire Slayers in my Ironjawz army? For each target, roll a die, gain 2 momentum. WoW doesn't help them with companion attacks? No, I don't think so. I need to look up companion attacks again in the core. But I think nothing adds to them unless it explicitly says they do. So for instance, this ability here would add to it, because it explicitly says so. And same with all-out attack, but nothing else. Very few other things do. Which is sad. But then again, when the shit's fun and cool, then good. That's cool. Damn, I don't know how to feel about Ironjawz. What do you do with this army? Mighty Destroyers is hella lame. Compared to what it used to be, I guess. Ironjawz WoW is once per game. And it's good. You lost Smashing and Bashing, which is like an F tier pain and suffering. Ripping out a fundamental like identity of the army. Like that's terrifically bad. Natural Disaster is neat, I guess. Basham is good. Gordrakk is better, although I don't think probably playable. Warchanter is okay. Killabeat's good but random. Brutes are good but hella slow. Probably don't want to play them. Maw-Grunta looks fun and cool. I don't even know how to feel about him. Yeah, 3-up saves across the board are good. There's a lot of mortal damage, though. This army will melt to that. It actually feels like there's more mortal damage than there used to be. I know this is a feelings-based thing, but it almost feels like that sometimes. What does Ironjawz get? They get considerably more damage. Continue their long slide down of less and less speed and maneuverability. Pigs look really cool. Yeah, mixed but alright. I'm more excited about Ironjawz than Tzeentch and KO, though. Because for Tzeentch, they have a single ability that says you reach outside of the game and grab just victory points, like a fourth wall moment, and then put them in your sack. And that's kind of stupid, actually. And everything else they do is boring. But probably fine. And KO, I wish they shot more. They don't shoot enough. One remains. Mixed but slow. Ahem. They said, hey, here's less mortals, and then 80% of faction rules are, here's how it does mortals, yeah. And it's the same paragraph. Roll a d3 on a 2-up, do that many mortal wounds. Copy and pasted like 166 times. Check the final paragraph for heartbreak, what? Tomorrow we're awakening the woods. The current Orc Warclan Spearhead provides miniatures for future cool boys who have used their dirty tricks to get ahead. And while we've heard rumbling and chattering with a distinctly Gorkish timbre, there's nothing on the horizon just yet. Not even on the horizon. And they said Orc Warclan's Spearhead, which is what it's currently called. So this is anti-hopium for freedom and justice for all. Boo. All the rules for Ironjawz and Cruel Boys will both come together. Orc Warclans. Faction pack. They're functionally two separate factions, but the pack contains a full set for each. Alright. Down to mixed but sad. Good try, Destruction. Maybe 5th edition.